Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a well-requested subscriber video. It's the hot water cornbread, and it's a relatively short video. I got a lot of requests I'm going to have to do. I'm just kind of talking to you a little bit before I get it started because my water got to boil. But let me tell you what you need for this here hot water cornbread. Now, you know, you use whatever meal, your preference, but it's gonna need to be a stone grind meal. This is a sifted white stone grind meal, and it's self-rising. A lot of these meals are not self-rising. Now you can't, if this meal's not self-rising, you're gonna have to put your baking powder and salt and all that stuff in there. So it's just always best to get the self-rising meal. This is a brand that we have down this way. We have 2 or 3 brands, but this is just my preference, and so the brand ain't gonna make no difference as long as you get a stone grind meal, self-rising. Okay, I got 2 cups of it in here for the amount of bread I'm gonna be fixing today. But you know, you use the amount that you need for the amount of cornbread patties you're trying to fix. Okay, now this here is totally this is optional if you don't want it in there, but I always put it in mine. It's this right here is only a tablespoon of sugar, but if you don't want sugar, you do not have to put it in there. And then if you like your bread with a little sweeter taste, you can put more, especially if you were using more cornmeal. Now that's just gonna make this bread make it have a milder taste, so it kind of enhance the corn taste to it. So that was a tablespoon of sugar. I'm gonna mix around in there really good. Just mix it up in there. I got my little whisk. Why don't I whisk it up in there? Remember what I always told you, make sure everything is kind of well blended. Just take your time, and it's not a lot of time that you have to take doing this and stuff, but I have made such a habit of doing it, just like second nature to me. So I just mix that up in there good with it. I mean, in that meal. And this right here is, I'm doing the right, holding the right tuck. Okay, that's 2 tablespoons of pure butter. And I'm just going to put that right in the center of it. Now you can melt it, but I don't see any sense in melting. And I don't melt mine simply because this is hot water cornbread. You're going to be using, it says hot water, and that's what the older cooks always have called it, hot water cornbread. But you're going to use boiling water to prepare this. And I got my water on over there heating up, so I just always put that butter in there, and if you cover it with meal or whatever, it's okay, because that, trust me, that hot water is gonna melt that meal. As soon as my water get hot, as soon as my water boil, I will be putting it in here. But let me talk to you a minute while I'm waiting on it. I have several requested videos. And some of them is sort of would be short videos, and some of them would be kind of lengthy videos. I'm gonna try to get to the shorter videos first, maybe before the holidays, and then before Christmas I'm gonna try to do a couple of those cakes. But I want you to know that I do read my comments, and I've gotten your requests, and I am thoroughly enjoying reading some of these videos. Some of you, not videos, I keep saying videos. Some of these comments is just a blessing. I must say, y'all are some of the nicest people. Well, what I go by how a person is treating me. Some of the nicest people and some of the nicest comments. I tell you, it's sort of like therapy to me. And some of them is so humorous. And I'll be sharing it as I go making these videos. I'm going to be sharing some of the comments with you. Because I will talk to my daughter and husband about it, and I just, you know, it'd be just so nice and humorous. I said, oh, it's some funny people. It's some funny people be writing those comments. And my daughter say, Mama, she said, Mama, just like I always have told you. My daughter tell me that I be saying, she said, Mama, you funny and not even trying. She tell her friends that she said, my mama is so funny. She don't even be trying. The way she describes stuff and explains stuff, it always be in a funny manner. I said, oh, I see what you're talking about. I said, because I really enjoy my comments. So I know I got a request for a red velvet cake and a Milky Way cake, and I hope to get to those before Christmas. And the lady that's waiting on my cha-cha recipe, I don't think I'll be demonstrating that, because I've seen it did a gazillion times by my mama when I was a little girl in the country, and that's quite a few years ago, but I have never actually made cha-cha before. And it's sort of like this I can remember, it's sort of a lengthy process, and I had a recipe for that. I had a recipe that my mama had written down or whatever, and I couldn't find it. I was looking through some things where I thought it was in some of her old paper, but I could not find the recipe. I said, well, did I look at it at her house before she passed and never had it at my house? I don't know. I can't get that all together. But I'm trying to talk to some of my older friends and see do they have that recipe. But if they do, and if I can get that recipe, I will send you a comment on that the video that you made that comment on, and try to get your email address and send it to you. Okay, I got requests for potato salad, how to cook rice, how to fix salmon patties. Did I say potato salad? No, not potato salad. It's so many requests, and I am just loving it, because these are all foods that I'm really familiar with cooking. I'm like, wow, this is good. And so I'm gonna be making a video of them just like I'm doing now, and I'm not gonna be doing too much talking. I'm just gonna show you. I'm gonna tell you what I'm doing, one of the requests, and just get it did. Like I said, I'm trying to talk to you, waiting on my water to boil. And that's another thing. My channel is really beginning to grow, and once again I want to thank all my subscribers. I appreciate you to the highest. And then when my daughter get a chance to get back up here, we're gonna do just a separate video, and I'm working on trying to get some prizes to give away. I want to give away some some nice prizes to my subscribers. And I told her she got to read up on how this go, because like I told y'all, I'm not really familiar with this YouTube community too much, and they have a lot of rules and stuff you have to follow. So she's gonna read over that with me, because I read a lot of that stuff for me, because my vision is kind of low and I don't see as well, so I can't read a lot of that, all that fine print, to make it. They write a book with all your rules and regulations. And so she's gonna check into it, and I'm gonna see how we can do the giveaway. But I do want to make it for my subscribers. I appreciate people coming by viewing my channel, but my subscriber is the one I want to, I want to help my supporters. So I'm gonna see how that works. And yeah, we're gonna do a video as soon as she can. It'll probably be after Christmas and after the holidays, and I'm gonna have I have time to plan and figure out how I'm gonna do it. Even I probably get my son to help me. It's gonna be a big surprise as to what I do, but it's gonna be a nice surprise. It's gonna be something you always get to remember May's Happy Table for. And what else can I say to anything else we've been talking about? I don't know why this water's taking so long.
Turn it up.
Turn it up. I don't want it to get it shooting all over the place. I need to talk to him a few minutes anyway, because yeah. It'll be boiling in just a few more minutes. And then I plan on doing another video once my daughter get here, because she's the one, she knows all about the technology side of this. Because really the one, she the one got me started on it. And it's such my daughter's son is having such a kick out of my channel growing and my videos and stuff doing, because they thought I would never fool around with doing YouTube, computers and all that stuff, because I always say I ain't got time for that. And I'm not really sure that this stuff is this technology is all that good, because I used to listen to catch a predator, and I would just oh my God, I would lay that channel out. I said, why do people let kids be on this all that stuff? And you know, it really, you know, it does something to me when you're harming a child and an elderly person. Now that kind of stuff will get me worked up, but I get back down real quick. But it just hurts my heart to see that. I'm like, you know, meanness and stuff, I don't understand, and I don't ever want to understand it, but I know it's out there. So that was one of the reasons I didn't want to fool with it, because I used to hear so much negative stuff about it. But then when my granddaughter started coming spending the summer with me, and they was on them YouTubes, and I was just kind of peeping it out to see what they were watching and what had them so tickled and all that stuff. And then I messed around and got involved with it myself. My daughter had already gave me a iPad, her iPad that she had upgraded from. And then I got so good with it. My son, he bought me one for a gift or something. He brought me the iPad I use now, which is a real nice one. And I was just mainly on Facebook and stuff. And I got to commenting and stuff so much on some of the posts and making posts myself, till I was saying, Maria said, Mama, you don't have to do this, you don't have to do this, and you don't have to do that. And I said, well, y'all was so ran for me to get on here, now you're ready for me to get off. I was just mainly getting on there to see when they do, my daughter-in-law post pictures of my granddaughters and stuff. And they was trying to warn me, well, Mama, people will say this and people will say that, you know, sort of the negative side. I was like, I'm a big girl, I can handle that. And then I got to read some stuff that really wasn't related to me. I said, oh, I see what they saying. So make sure I started making sure I didn't come in on some of that mean stuff. Whether it was, you know, I wasn't gonna say that mean to them. Sometimes you want to say something positive, but everybody ain't into positive. So I said, oh, okay, I don't want to get them upset with somebody saying something ugly. And then I asked my son about it. I said, when I start this YouTube channel, because I follow a lot of people. I said, what do you do when these people write all these unnecessary, nasty, for nothing comments and stuff? And I said, because I don't know if I want to fool with it or that, because my grandbabies, I'm mainly making this for my grandbaby. I said, I don't want them reading all that stuff. And they would say, Mama, you can block it and take it off. I said, oh, okay, then I will do it. A few more minutes, you guys. This water got to boil. Let me tell you a little bit about that water, reason that water. It says hot water cornbread, but you make it with boiling water. That water helps with this stone ground meal. I don't know if a lot of people know it or say it, but that water, really, that hot water kind of cooks that meal. They give it that unique taste hot water cornbread has. That's that oil. It's the cooking of that meal. Now that's what I was told. That's the purpose of it. Now that's what I was always told, and so you got to make sure you get it mixed up in there right and get enough in it. And this is another thing, your consistency, of the meal that you're going, like on a Friday spread, you got to make sure that it's you know, the consistency of it is right. not too thick and not too loose. Now some people like them real little thin patties, and they may make it kind of loose. I mean, what would be the better word for that, Tuck? Instead of loose, thin. Oh, thin. But we don't. I'll show you the way I normally make it for when I'm fixing it. Put this out the way. I'm gonna heat my water up in this here kettle, but I'm gonna pour it over in this here bowl so I can dip it out and control it more. But normally when I'm fixing it just at the house, I pour it over into the meal. But I want to give you a general idea, just approximately how much water that I'm gonna be using, so you make sure you be using enough water. Because usually people like to do under. Once it's get wet, but now you got to make sure. I mean, once it's when you're mixing it, you think that's enough, but you got to not have this meal too thick. If I'm saying that right. It's right at boiling. I'm going to step off a minute, but I'll be right back, and the water probably be boiled by then. Okay, everybody, I'm back. I think this is my tea kettle. It's kind of old, and sometimes it don't. But I don't know when it's ready. So let me pour the water. I pour the water over in this bowl. Make sure you have a bowl and stuff that can withstand the kind of heat of this boiling water. I got enough water. But I just take me a cup and just can you see me here? Just start pouring some over there in it. Once I put in about 2 cups, then I get my spoon and start mixing. You over in the bowl? see that you'll see that the butter melts pretty quickly. Okay, you see what that 2 cups did? It's not enough. So you're gonna be taking just for that 2 cups of meal. I already done put right now 3 cups of water. And look how it's doing. It's cooking that meal. And you're gonna also fry this in bread sort of slowly to start off frying. You kind of just let it fry kind of medium heat. So I want to make sure I showed you this, so you be putting enough of that hot water over here and stirring it around so you can get this here bread at the right consistency. That's very important. Them older cooks, they used to handle this meal. Now you know I just put boiling water over here, Joe. You know this meal is hot. Ain't nobody got to tell you that. But they used to handle this meal with their hands. I'm gonna be using it a little hotter than what I normally do. And cause they would put them patties of tongues in their hands and roll it out. Nah, that's still just a little too thick. You can smell the cornbread cooking. Going back in there. Some more water. Don't be afraid to work with it like this, because I always take my time because I don't want to, but you can. If you get it too loose, you can always add you a little more meal to it. But this is about where you want it at. That's about the consistency of it to fry off your patties. So that meal sort of be like swelling and thickening as you go. That's when you get that hot water on in there and get it all mixed up and get it at the right consistency, and just let it go. Like once you get ready to fry it, if you don't fry it right then, you think it's too thick for the patties, you just go in and add your very little water in. Just make sure you're adding a little water at a time. And you see that butter is melted. Can they see that too?
Yes.
Okay. I want to make sure they see the consistency of it. That's one important thing when you're making bread and biscuits and stuff like that. Get a good understanding of what how that mixture is supposed to be. And you about done won the battle. There's nothing hard about this type of cooking, old-fashioned cooking, if you get a good understanding of it. Them cooks back then, they definitely gave you a good understanding of it. And then most of the time, because we didn't have TV and all this kind of stuff, we would be in the kitchen watching. Okay, everybody, I'm back. What I was telling you over there, the camera cut off. So I went ahead on and got the meal ready so I can go ahead on and fry this cornbread up and end this video. What I was telling you about the consistency and stuff. Now you see this, if you can see this in a spoon, this is a little larger than a regular tablespoon. But that's what I use. And I'm gonna show you, I'm gonna see can I show you how the elderly people, how the older cooks used to put it in their hand. I ain't got no water over here where I can really show, so y'all excuse my hand messed up. I'm just gonna put it on in the skillet. See, I got this grease kind of medium heat. I need to try to cook it too. See how much I'm putting in that spoon? Now, if you want your patties bigger or whatever, you can. But this is the size that I do mine. And I kind of push it down a little bit. And I probably, normally when I'm cooking them, I don't get no more than about 4 in the skillet. Sometimes I'm always doing something I shouldn't do. I'll be trying to put 5, but really 4, I can handle them better. Unless I got a larger skillet. If you had a larger skillet than what I got. Let me go rinse this little meal off my hand. Be right back. I got about 1/3 of a cup of oil in this skillet. You don't have to use so much, too much oil. But you got to have enough, I'm just gonna only fry these here 4 patties on there because it kind of, I fry them kind of slow. I'm just gonna let you, show me frying this here 4 once I get them turned and brown like it's supposed to be, to give you a general idea, and then I fry the rest of them up off camera. You just sort of let you look at them and see what they look like when they, right before I turn them. And right here, I put mine on the right to kind of drain the grease with a paper towel in them. Put whatever kind of dish you're gonna set them on, but I always put mine on a wire rack so that they can drain some. But if you just put them on paper towels and stuff, that's fine. Like I say, I have a lot of good seasoned cooks and stuff. They know what to do. Because I had one comment when I made the dressing. The guy said he always put bell pepper and everything. And I told him, I thought I explained. I said, well, if you put whatever you like in your dressing to make it your own, that's how you make your food good. You put what you and your family likes. Yeah, by all means put bell pepper, because I put bell pepper in mine sometime, and I put a whole lot of things. But what I was just really trying to do with my dressing recipe is to give you like a base, a foundation of what's important. The making of that there egg bread and that there chicken broth. One lady said, I think she was a little frugal type person. She was saying, you can eat the celeries and the onions. No, I don't do that. I appreciate the tip, I always discard that and will continue to discard it. But you know you can eat that or whatever, but I don't put it in my dressing or nothing. I just always throw that away. It did not serve its purpose to season that broth. It's not ready to turn yet. And the reason I'm cooking it this slow like this because it's gonna start browning pretty quickly. But I want you get, you know, this bread is kind of thick, and you want to get the inside of your patty cooked. Get it done. And the way you're gonna do that with this hot water cornbread is start off cooking it relatively slow, because the patty is kind of thick, and that also helps with the flavor too. Enhances the flavor. It's that meal. It's that cooked meal, stone grind meal taste what makes these patties so good. I had a brother, my deceased brother, and my mom would have let him. That's all he would want for dinner was the when she had the hot water cornbread. He would want that with him some tea, and that's how he loved the cornbread. He was kind of strange in the way he's eating and stuff, but cornbread and tea and biscuits and all that, he had his own little unique way, the way like he liked to eat it. And then like if it was some leftover cornbread or cornbread patties or whatever, he would always ask my mom for it, and then he would want syrup over it. Syrup over his cornbread patties like this. Oh, he loved it. That with butter. Getting about ready to turn. Let me see, can I see the browning on the other side of it? Is it coming up? No, still got a minute. Okay, let me check and see, is it where I can turn it. I have to flip it back over. I can. Uh-oh. No, that wasn't ready to turn, but that's okay, because I can turn it back over for it to brown on that side. And I'll tell you, it takes a minute. So you really definitely can't cook it too high, because once it starts cooking, it goes pretty quickly. Once I turn that one, I'm going to turn all the rest of them, and then I'm just going to turn them back over and brown. Get them brown on that side. You have to handle that heat. And mash them just a little bit. Cook over there. So just let that fry just a second. I mean a few minutes, and I'll be right back.
Move it. Zoom back in on them so they can see them first. That's good.
Check on them, y'all. I don't want them to burn. They frying pretty rapidly now because it ain't wet on that. See when I turn them back over. Turn them back over on this side. Okay, you guys, let me check on it. The reason I keep stepping away from this here, it's real hot over here at the stove. And the stove is hot itself. And then the camera is hot. But I wanted y'all to really get a good idea of how to do this process. No, it's not no quick. Turn back over. See, now I'm pretty sure that meal on the inside of this patty It's browning up now. That's kind of an indicator to let me know the inside of this patty is gonna be cooked well. I want y'all to get a thorough understanding of stuff. That's the reason I do take the processes and stuff like I do. Cause you can brown it too fast, too quick, and then the inside of it may not be done because of the way that meal is, the texture of that meal. But now this is great. All I got to do is wait till this brown on that other side. And then these patties will be ready to come up. Whew, it's hot in here. The ones of me now that do YouTube videos, they know that light can be real hot right up in your face like that. You got it up in the skillet so they can see what the bread is sort of looking like? Huh?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Thank you. I was trying to think of something else that I might needed to say. Oh. I had somebody to make a comment about this, my timer on the stove. Asked why did I use a handheld timer when I had a timer on my stove. That tickled me also. And I said, well, he's right. I said, yes, the timer on my stove, and it do work. I didn't have that timer that I use and so used to using and love using it, me and my kids and all. I mean, I've been had it for many, many years. But my first stove that I had in here, it didn't have a timer on it. So I had started using the handheld timers. So when I got this stove, I didn't even bother with it. I tested and I think my son or my daughter one have used it and stuff before, but I haven't. I think I might have did it one time, but I'm not really sure. Okay, I'm getting ready to take this up. Just transfer it over there to the little draining rack. Now, if you don't like your cornbread or you like it not so hard or whatever, because everybody got their own taste, you do it the way you like it. But one thing I would suggest you get it done. Okay, put it over there on that patties and show them the fried cornbread here. I'm fixing to drop 4 more, and then I ain't gonna let you watch this here long process. Show you how I drop it again. I'm dropping these a little larger, so I can show that. Put some of them too close. I'm just gonna put let me see, is it set enough where I can kind of move it over? Probably not. Take your finger and push that on the top of it if you want to. Okay, you guys, I'm going to go off and finish frying this up, and I just come back and show you the finished product and probably break one of them open for you. My husband take this on there, and this so this process is gonna be over. I'm gonna go ahead on and end my video now. Like I said, I appreciate you watching and appreciate all your support. If you like this video, let me get this stuff out of my hand up here talking. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. Comment below if you have any questions that you need to ask me about this process, and if you plan on using some other kind of meal other than self-rising, that's a whole different process. So subscribe. I may need to start getting you to say that since I can't remember it. Maybe I need to get a sign that just say subscribe. So, subscribe and hit that notification bell to be notified. And I'll see you guys in my next video. And bye. Okay, everybody, this is the finished product of the hot water cornbread patties. I wanted you to see how many patties that 2 cups of cornmeal fried up to be. So if you need more, you know, you probably need to add, you would add another cup of cornmeal. I should have counted them and seen how much it was. You would add another cup, 2 cups, or what. Or either if you need less, don't use 2 cups. It's in according with, just use 1 cup and use the same process. It's according to how much you're frying up. And I cut one of the patties open to let you see what it looked like on the inside. Okay, y'all. Okay, everybody. That's the end of this video. I'm gonna finish my dinner, cook my my collard greens and fried pork chop, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.